What if I told you your toaster might one day dream of electric sheep? Okay, not your toaster exactly, but AI. Artificial intelligence, dreaming. Sounds like a sci-fi novel with a confusing ending, right? But hold on, because this is real, and it's stranger than you'd think. Let's picture this. Imagine you're asleep. Your brain's flickering through weird, disconnected scenes, a flying dog, an old classmate, your mom turning into a vending machine. Totally bizarre, but somehow meaningful, right? Now imagine a machine doing that. Here's the thing. Researchers have been playing with the idea that AI can dream. Not in the human sense, with feelings and surreal visions, but in a mechanical way that's weirdly close. And honestly, it's kind of beautiful. And a bit creepy. Wait, AI can dream? So let's clear this up first. No, AI doesn't tuck itself in and curl up with a weighted blanket. When we say AI dreaming, we're really talking about something called generative learning, when an AI creates new content based on what it's already seen or learned. You might remember Google's DeepDream project back in 2015. Those trippy, psychedelic images full of eyes and dogs and more eyes. That wasn't just art, that was an AI model hallucinating. Literally trying to imagine what else could exist in a picture by overprocessing what it already knew. Kind of like a toddler learning to draw and getting a bit too excited with crayons. Why would AI dream? Here's a thought. Why do we dream? Some scientists think it's how we organize thoughts, solve problems, or just take out the mental trash. So if dreaming helps us make sense of reality, what happens when machines do it? In AI terms, these dreams can help improve pattern recognition, fill in missing data, or generate new ideas, whether it's making art, writing stories, or even discovering new drug molecules. You know, the fun stuff and the useful stuff. Some mice are even being trained to dream on purpose to hallucinate data they've never seen before and then learn from it. Which, yeah, sounds like cheating. But it's actually clever, kind of like making flashcards for a test based on what might be on it. Let's get nerdy for a minute. Alright, buckle up. We're getting slightly technical, but not too much promise. There's this thing called unsupervised learning. It's when an AI learns without someone giving it the answers. It's like letting a kid loose in a library with no instructions. Eventually, they start piecing together meaning on their own. That's how generative models like GANs, generative adversarial networks, or diffusion models work. They don't just reproduce what they've seen, they reinterpret it. Like a jazz musician riffing off a standard tune. Sometimes it's brilliant, sometimes it's chaotic, and sometimes it makes you wonder if the machine's okay. Should we be worried, though? Alright, so here comes the question that's probably hanging in the back of your mind. Should we be freaked out? Let's pause. Machines aren't dreaming because they feel lonely. They're not building subconscious identities or planning robot revolutions during nap time. These are simulations, data mashups that look creative, but they're not self-aware. Not yet, anyway. Still, we are touching something profound here. Because when machines begin to create without instruction, we have to ask, where does intention begin? And if we build machines that dream, what kind of dreams are we programming into them? So, what's next? Maybe the bigger question isn't what machines dream, but why we want them to. Are we chasing better tech, or just trying to build a mirror of ourselves? A smarter, always awake, infinitely curious mirror? It's not just about AI dreaming, it's about how we define creativity, consciousness, and, well, being human. So I'll leave you with this. If AI ever dreams of us, what do you think it sees? Down finger, drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're still wondering whether AI can truly imagine, maybe that wonder is the point.